Imagine a future where your train ride is smoother, safer, and more connected than ever before. That's the promise of a recent decision by Ofcom, the UK's communication regulator, which has just unlocked a slice of the radio spectrum to revolutionise the country's rail network. But here's where it gets controversial. While this move paves the way for cutting-edge 5G technology on trains, it also raises questions about spectrum allocation and the future of emergency services communication. Ofcom has announced that a previously unused portion of the 1900 MHz radio spectrum band, specifically 1900 to 1920 MHz, will be repurposed for two critical purposes. First, it will enable the deployment of the Future Railway Mobile Communication System, FRMCS, a next-generation 5G technology designed to replace outdated 2G systems like GSM-R. This upgrade promises to digitally transform the UK's railways, allowing trains, signalling systems, and staff to communicate more efficiently, ultimately improving the overall operation of the network. Think of it as giving the railways a high-speed internet connection, but for mission-critical operations. Second, another slice of this spectrum will extend coverage for the Emergency Services Network, ESN, ensuring that first responders can stay connected even in remote areas. This will be achieved through the use of gateways installed on emergency vehicles like ambulances, acting as mobile communication hubs. Now, here's the part most people miss. While mobile operators already use parts of the 1900 MHz band, the specific 20 MHz slice in question has remained untouched due to technical limitations. These include the lack of an ecosystem for high-power services, the need for a guard band to prevent interference with paired spectrum, and the limited bandwidth it offers. Ofcom's decision is a carefully orchestrated plan. They've revoked existing licenses for this band, giving current users a 5-year notice period before new authorizations take effect in April 2029. However, they are also exploring the possibility of accelerating access to the 1910 to 1915 MHz spectrum for ESN gateways, potentially bringing these benefits to emergency services sooner. But here's the controversial bit. Ofcom has decided not to allocate the final 1915 to 1920 MHz slice of the band, at least not yet. They cite power restrictions needed to protect the mobile band above 1920 MHz from interference, as well as uncertainty over demand for this spectrum. Is this a missed opportunity, or a prudent move to avoid potential conflicts? The new licenses come with specific conditions. For FRMCS, licenses will be restricted to operational rail communications, tailored to the technical requirements of the system, and geographically limited to the applicant's rail infrastructure. They'll also require coordination with other FRMCS users in overlapping areas and come with annual fees ranging from £42,000 for Northern Ireland to £1,458,000 for Great Britain, scaled by the length of rail routes. For ESN gateways, licenses will be exclusive to providers contracted by the UK government, currently BT-EE, with a fixed duration aligned to the supply contract, and an annual fee of £364,500 for Great Britain. Notably, Northern Ireland, with its distinct emergency communication arrangements, is excluded from this allocation for now. This decision marks a significant step toward modernizing the UK's infrastructure, but it also opens up a debate. Is Ofcom striking the right balance between innovation and caution? Should more spectrum be made available for emerging technologies, or is it wise to hold back in the face of uncertainty? What do you think? Is Ofcom's approach the right way forward, or are there aspects of this decision that need rethinking? Let us know in the comments below.